Usually they will send more people to me that use art therapy if they're having problems communicating. So if they're not great at talking, then sometimes we'll use art to have them do something like draw how it feels for you when your parents are yelling at you. Because so I'll deal with children, but it also goes through adults. But as an example, how does it feel for you when your mommy and daddy are fighting or yelling at you? And they will, without hesitation, usually for kids, will just draw it. And so now I have a drawing for something that a child can't actually say or can't, because their brains don't function at that level yet, cognitively, to say, this is how I'm feeling and blah, blah, blah. They're like, here's the picture. I look at it, can't have said it, the picture's worth 1,000 words is true. And then I share that with the parents. And a lot of times it's one of those, wow, okay, I get it. So it's a really efficient way to communicate sometimes when words get in the way. So I view what I do as my community work in the sense of each person that comes in is not functioning to where they want to be. So my job is to help them to see this broader picture and to be able to function fully and get back into the community. And one of the other things is I'm Eilerian trained, so Eilerian people believe that community involvement is key. Like when you get people moving through their problems, for lack of a better word, into the ability to see outside of just themselves, but still being strong, they are usually become very active in their community and want to help, and that's a really key healing piece. So, when you ask about community involvement, I was working at Mutual Ground, which the awareness of sexual assault and domestic violence was a big piece of what we were doing there. And so that was another piece when we would get people that were victims, and now we use the word survivors, of sexual abuse or domestic violence. That became, again, a key piece of their healing is to, especially because I'm an art therapist, we would create art that would make the community aware of what was happening. And so I guess that's how I view myself, as working in the community on a more individual level. Well, my latest thing that I really like is yoga. And I've been doing that off and on for about maybe 15 years. I'm actually going back now to get certified as a yoga instructor. But I find that it fits right along with the art therapy piece and the fact that a lot of times people will come with anxiety or depression. Those are really feelings. The thoughts help drive the feelings. But I find that yoga is one of those things that helps with mindfulness. It helps with, like, even telling a client, I can't sleep, I can't do this, blah, blah, blah. I said, well, here's something simple you can do. Breathe. And they're just like, breathe. It's like, yeah, but pay attention to your breathing. Because in a way, that's where yoga starts. Like, every movement is connected to a breath. So it's that awareness, that sense of control, that sense of, I can control how I breathe. And then just getting this anxiety out through different poses, it really works with your nervous system to alleviate some of this stress.